Hi everybody, this is Debbie at Deb's Thing. I am so excited about this latest creation. I made it late last night. I've been on a little bit of a hiatus of uploading videos. I've been a little tired, but my mind keeps on working. Oh, there we go. I was a little confused because I had them facing differently. I call this one Ribeye. It is my catalog number 4PP, which is not on either of my introduction videos. Just kind of, I haven't really taken a close look, but I was making sure they looked exactly alike. But this one is done out of jelly, and this one was done in the opaque colors in the mixed camouflage pink bag. And they look slightly different because the layout, it's just the way the jelly is, it's a little tighter. But both very pretty, and my 10-year-old daughter saw this and she thought of rib cage or spinal column, but I came up with the ribeye because that's my favorite cut of meat. Oh, well, prime rib is, but you know, what you can make at home. I've never tried doing a prime rib at home, but ribeye definitely on the Barbie is delicious. So anyways, back to our bands. You are going to use a 4-pin setup like this, 2 here, and then the 2 up here. It was inspired a little bit by my very popular and beautiful, in my humble opinion, embroidery bracelet. And on this I'm going to use the colors, let me see, for what I will call the A color is the yellow. I'm going to be using the metallic gold. For the B color, where it's the ocean blue, I will be using black. And the up the middle, which I'm referring to as the C color, I'll be using white. So to start out, we are going to place one of the C colors down here for our later extension. And I'm still working on one of you loomers said, in referring to the embroidery bracelet, how she put the extension, made the loom longer. And right now all you can do is double up the looms, and that makes an awfully long loom since you really only need to go 5 or 6 pegs up. I'm trying to think of a way to make a mini extension so I too can make my bracelets more fuller length and not have this very unattractive extension on the other side. It's fine for kids, but I think the more mature wearers of these bracelets like it longer, and I think I have the patience for it too. So let's get started. Let's start by loading all the A color, which I'm using the metallic gold. You'll start by stretching one up from the first lower peg, no, it's actually the second row in, up to the second here, and then you will take it again and go like this. Now I'm going to just do it all. You do it all the way up until you get to this right here. This so third to the last and second to the last, the long. You will stop here. You will not place the one here. You will only go to here, and you will do that up both sides. So you go here, 1, 2, 1, 2, and I always like to press them down a little bit as I'm going along. 1, 2. So do that on both sides, ending with here and here. Okay, and you know, if you get if you're not quite sure, you know, just stop around this area and I will show you the final placement of the A color bands. Here we have the loom with the A colored bands, and as you see, I had to stop right here. The reason for that being is when I first did it, I placed the band here, this one here, and then, you know, place one here as you know, so it all connects. But this one here just kind of sticks out when I wound up clipping them off. So instead of doing this band right here, instead of doing this one right here, we are just going to use that same color as connector. And what happens is it makes this finished end match this one here. So that's how you finish off the color A. Now the B bands are super simple. Starting your second peg on the left, or on the outer bar, up to the third one, the diagonal. You're just going to place a nice contrast, I think a nice contrasting color, since it just peeks out there, and you see it on the sides here. See, it's nice and tight looking. Oops, sorry, nice and tight looking as a jelly, and it's just, you know, a little looser, but that's the nature of the opaques. So on both sides, you are going to do the B color very simply, and then this will be your last one right here. Whoops, right here. Oh, no, actually, you know what? You do. I'm sorry. We do place one there. It looks a little weird, but I can jump ahead because there's really, you know, you just have to place them. That you do them in a sequence is not relevant. So you will end the last two of the B color, of course, you know, filling them all the way up until here. Very simple band placement as far as the B color bands go. It's going to be interesting how they hold up against the special edition very thick metallic gold, but you know, nothing like experimenting. So now we are going to place our final color C bands, and this is going to be a series of making X's. First we'll start this way, so left to right, and then right to left, and now this one's on the top. We're going to make it on the bottom, so we're going to go right to left. So just right to left, we're going to do left to right. So we're just going to alternate the way it crisscrosses, and the way to check that out is we can use either one, but start with this one on top. This one's on the top, so here it's underneath, then it's on the top again. And so now we will place it first, and it will be on the underneath band. And these we will do all the way up to the final two posts. Just make sure you change the direction. That should not have been too difficult, other than paying attention to the changing the reverse, you know, switching the order of the crisscross. But that's how it looks. And I don't know why I choose to do it that way. I just think it, you know, in playing around, I found that placing the X's this way as opposed to all like in the same direction, I guess that's just how it came out. Now we are going to, using the color A, which is what I'm choosing to use for my extension, double it over, put it on one peg, and then stretch it out over the other. And there you have it. Now we are ready to turn it around and start looping it back. This one is a little tight, so I've got a little rocking going on here. Now I know it seems a little weird and empty here, but have no fear. Even though it looks strange, it will come out. So with this being the one on the top, we are going to loop this one first. So this is 1 and 2. And then we are going to take this one up and this one up. Now this first sequence is a little different because let me think here. Hold on, I want to make sure. Okay, make sure I got it right. So now we are going to do the second X. This is the only time we are going to do them kind of back to back like that. Just remember which one was on top and do that one first. Now we have the B colored band. We are going to bring it up. And then we reach back here, grab this A colored band, and bring it all the way up to its home post. A little bit of a long stretch, but this gold seems to have plenty of stretch to it. Now we are going to begin our rhythmic sequence. So take the A that's on top, that's 1 and 2. And I'm going to finish up one side and then the other side, okay? So you do the X, then you grab the B, so this will be 1, 2, 3, reach down here, take this C backwards, this is your first one, like that, and then you reach and grab this one, and bring it all the way up. Got my camera up a little differently, so it's blocking my view. So here we go again. This was step 1 and 2. It's already done with the crisscross. So this is step 3. Then reach in and grab that shorter C. Make sure you find it. And bring it backwards to this post. And then reach all the way under the bottom C band and bring it way up here. And we were going to keep repeating that up until we can't repeat it any longer. So I'll show you a couple more times. This is the one on top, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then when we go over this side and do steps 3, oops, make sure you're right in the center, 4, 5. The biggest thing to remember is always loop the one that's on top first, okay? Which is usually how you do it, but every once in a while I do it differently. In this case, the top one first, and then second, step 3, reach all the way down, step 4, step 5, step 3, step 4, and step 5. Keep doing that until I'll just keep doing up to this your last black, and then I'll off the last black sequence. You know, you do that one, that was 3, and then 4, and then 5. So when you bring this one up to this post, if I have it on camera, I can't see. When you bring this one right here, this fifth, the last step in the sequence, when you bring that one up to this peg, and this one up to this peg, I will show you how to finish it off and place the extension. I'm really excited to see how this one's going to turn out. I like the color scheme. I'm a little concerned about the elasticity of the black against the gold, but we will see. I think most of you who I said stop at this point probably, you know, already figured out what to do, but just in case, let me guide you through these last steps. You're going to take the one on top, C color, and then crisscross it with the other one. And we don't have a B here. Obviously, there's no place for it to go. And we are going to then take this up to there. And this should be on here, but it doesn't need to loop through anything else, so no worries. And this one down to here, and this one to here. Just don't like the way it looks. You know what, I'm going to play around with this real quickly. See if I can make it look better, because it is bugging me. If I have too much trouble with it, I'll just turn the camera off and get it straightened out. Alright, I'll be back. Alrighty. All I did, I wound up just taking the 2 gold bands off of this post and then replacing them, and just makes me feel a little better that I know for sure I didn't goof up. So now we will make the extension. I am using the white. Hold on a second, I'm going to grab me a different clip, I think. Okay, I'm getting them mixed up. I don't need the big ones. Yeah, I had grabbed one of the bigger ones for the that come with the metallics and the special editions, and since I'm using whites, this regular peg, I don't need to use the extra large clip. So I'm going to reach under and pull this side out, hold it for a moment, and then place both of them on. Make sure both of them are on your hook. Turn the hook upside down and gently pull that band through and turn it upside up and drop it on top. I will be using 5 on each side. This is the first one, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 5. I have a smaller size wrist, and for the most part it works fine. Every once in a while a super tight bracelet, just pop on the clip here. I'll throw in an extra band for my extension. So now you can use your fingers. This is easier for me to use the hook right now. It's just an expensive crochet hook. You can use the back tip of a smaller, as long as it fits into here, paintbrush, anything that has a smooth end where the hook won't. I mean, some of you could probably, if you use your hooked end, you keep the smooth end like that, it works okay too, but you know what? No worries when you use a smooth end. Now this one, it kind of comes off okay. Just doing it this way. And I forgot to show this. I keep forgetting when you have the reverse, when it's reversible to show you, but oh my gosh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I haven't showed that. The opposite side is, I think, really pretty too. Here's the side I had presented to you, and here it is, and here's this one. This one's a little looser, but the back side I think is just very pretty too. Back to the ribeye side. Love it! Okay, now we are going to finish up by placing the bands for the remainder of our extension. I'm using 4 because the end cap makes for 5. I'm going to place that over this last peg and then stretch it across just to make it easy to access your band. Now, I thought I was done making new bracelet designs, but I know I get antsy when I haven't thought of something for a while. My brain won't go to sleep and I start seeing rubber bands. It's not just bracelets, I have a lot of areas of interest. That's why I called myself Deb's Thing, because you never know what thing Debbie's going to get herself into next. So, there you have it. Ribeye. I'm all lined up here so you can compare them equally. There we go. If you like this, be sure to let me know and share it with your friends if so inclined, and feel free to subscribe to Deb's Thing. And I am on Instagram. If you hashtag Deb's Thing, you will find me. I had several requests and I had no idea what to do, and my teenage daughter came through and she showed me how to get my pictures uploaded on it. I'm a little embarrassed by this, how simplistic my presentations are. Some of you make not only your bracelet color schemes gorgeous, your whole presentation is just incredible. I wish I had the energy to do a little more than that, but I figure I'm coming up with the designs, and maybe later I will follow through, because I do love photography and I would love to make them look nicer in the presentation. Thank you so much for watching.